And we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Let's Talk Games podcast. I am your host, Kid Smooth from the official WeGameHere.com, and I'm back with the usual suspect. We have a returnee and then another returnee. So, E-Rock, introduce yourself. Start us off.
Hey guys, this is E-Rock8150 from Extreme Xbox Gamers. Extreme Xbox Gamers. Like the page on Facebook or check them out on YouTube. Extreme Xbox Gamers. The revolution is powered by you.
Okay. Well, and my bad, I couldn't find the mute button on my thing. So, and we have Crunk Girl. She's back with us in the house. She's going to talk a little bit about Bloodbourne and some other things. Is she there?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Crunk Girl 711. Shouts out to sheattack.com. Check out the website and everything like that. And check out Game Battlegrounds as well on Facebook.
And welcoming back from his long hiatus, Sad Man Dan. How are you doing today?
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these balls and suck the dick.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's going down.
Oh my. Oh, I definitely wasn't expecting that. But okay, so as you guys can see by the title, it says Xbox One has no competition this fall, ? And because after Bloodbourne, I don't know what else is coming for PlayStation that's gonna get us this holiday season. I know we got baseball in a week or a couple days.
May I comment on Bloodbourne?
Uncharted is delayed. I never know what's going on with Nintendo, so I guess Yoshihop will find his way in here at some point.
Nintendo was supposed to drop Zelda, but that got
delayed. Ooh, and Zelda, oh my.
Nintendo had a delay? What is going on with this world?
Yeah, Zelda, they said it yesterday at 6 o'clock. And I got a press release for Sheattack. I got a press release around 6:10 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's not. They're not even gonna show it at E3.
Jalisa, Nintendo.
But you know, with Nintendo, if it ain't ready, if it's not ready, Nintendo ain't bringing it out. This is one thing I can say about Nintendo. Most of their first parties are quality, and if it ain't quality, they're not gonna bring it out until it's right. So.
But Jalisa,
that's the way it should be.
So I mean, dealing with them, I'm cool with it.
Nintendo never
that's the way it
delays
should be.
games.
It's always like that with Nintendo. Like you would never get like a Zelda or a Pokemon or something that ain't up to par. Never.
Wow.
And that's true. I respect a lot of Nintendo's work.
It might be Kirby might be like that, but like what Zelda. Yeah, like Kirby, they don't give a fuck about Kirby, but anything that's got anything to do with Mario, Zelda, Fire Emblem, all that shit, yeah, them shits is gonna be on point, and if it's not right, they're not bringing it out.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know, that's just crazy. So now, like, we already got, we know what's coming this fall for the Xbox One, you know, and then we still got the stuff that's unannounced.
What is coming out this fall for the Xbox One?
Well, let me open up my my big book of everything.
Yeah, they got Tomb Raider.
It's still one of those GameStop books.
But when is it?
No, I got my own.
Well, we all know Halo's coming in November. So
nope. Coming earlier than that.
So do you? I don't think so.
I got Halo 5 coming September 29th.
That's gonna be their big November.
Nice.
I got Halo September 29th.
I think it's gonna be in November.
They're not gonna put it. They're not gonna put it out
in November. They better not put Tomb Raider in November.
No, Tomb Raider is gonna be November 24th. They're not putting Halo out next to Call of Duty.
That's stupid.
They're not, because this is Microsoft
fail.
They're not. They're not gonna put out Halo. Reason you gotta think about it. Ever since I call it the Call of Duty era, Microsoft has kept Halo in September, with the exception of Halo 4, because Halo 4 was 343's first title, and they They
Fuck
didn't
that.
finish Halo.
I'm sorry.
They
Let
didn't
me
finish.
find out
Listen,
Microsoft is scared.
they didn't.
I'm scared of Call
Whoa,
of Duty.
They
whoa,
didn't.
guys, calm down, calm down.
Wait, they didn't
343
finish.
Studios'
Listen,
first
listen.
title was not Halo 4. It was
343's
actually the
first
Halo
Halo.
app. It was the Halo app on
Dude,
the marketplace, and it was a piece of shit.
all right, cool, great. All right. But Halo 4 didn't finish wrap up until September of 2012. Hence why Halo 4 came out in November, and that came out a week before I think Black Ops 2. So they're not during, and so if you could say last year, or I mean this past November, the Master Chief Collection, but that's not really a new game. It's just a collection. You know what I mean? That came out the week after Call of Duty, but a new full-blown Halo game is not coming out in November, and it's not that they're scared of Call of Duty. They know they have this partnership with Call of Duty. They know when Call of Duty releases, and they try to work games around. So Microsoft don't want to lose people playing online on
I'm
Halo for Call
sorry.
of
I would
Duty.
have put that in.
They don't want to lose sales.
I would
You
have.
got-
I would
yeah,
have. I would
gotta
have
think
switched
about
them
it.
too. I would have put. So you think Tomb Raider has a better shot?
but
Different
Tomb Raider's a
game.
different game. It's a different type of game.
Different game.
Very true.
Different
but I'm
game.
just saying though, I wouldn't do that. I would switch those around. I would
No,
have Tomb
but
Raider
think
in
about it, you
September and have.
Wait, why do you want people to wait 2 more months for Halo? What kind of monster are you?
but
I mean,
but
I
do
mean, I
that.
don't give a fuck about Halo.
But-
I could give two shits about Halo. That's not my type of game.
Why are we talking
I'm
about
saying
that?
for people who do like the game, I'm just thinking I'm just thinking that I would put that in November.
But the thing is,
that's
but
just
Crump,
me.
hear me out. Hear me out though. You gotta think about it. Why would you want to do? Because remember, Halo is the Microsoft marquee franchise, and it's a first-person shooter. When Call of Duty comes out,
Very
no
true.
matter how bad we dislike it, we all gonna buy it. It's a multi-plat game, and so it's obviously
I
going
mean,
double.
I'm buying Treyarch. I mean, Treyarch's Call of Duties do well anyway because of
Yeah.
zombies. So I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy it. I ain't gonna
All
front
Call of
lie and
Duties
say I'm
do
not
well,
gonna buy it.
regardless of what's in them
Treyarch's the
or
only
what
one
mechanics
out of
they
the
have.
three. Well, I can
Jerry,
say three now.
yeah.
That do
Hey,
zombies mode. So.
Hey, Kid Smooth.
Yes.
Kid, do any of you follow Hollywood or the movie industry? It's the same thing with movie releases. What movie releases try to do is they try to schedule themselves at an earlier month or a month where they have little or no opposition because they don't want to share the box office with
Yes.
another big release. It's why Batman vs. Superman moved to March instead of May. It wasn't that they were afraid of Captain America, it's that they wanted to get all that money to themselves. Halo needs to be in a month by itself, unopposed, and I think moving to September is a
So
smart
you
move.
feel like they're trying to be like Destiny? Say that like Destiny dominated in September?
No,
that was
actually,
smart.
no.
That was smart, actually.
No, but you think about it, Halo's
No,
been.
I was asking. Do you
Yeah.
think that's what they're trying to do?
Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, they need Halo to have its room
'Cause
to
we don't-
eat,
'cause
and
you
they're gonna
really-
let
to
Call
be
of Duty get
honest-
its room to eat.
But you gotta realize also we really don't know what's coming the ass end of the year. We don't know yet. I don't think we're gonna know anything.
Well, I can
till
tell you this:
E3.
in the month of September, when Halo comes out, the only other games on the market during that time is going to be new is a bunch of sports titles.
And
So-
Forza 6 on the same console.
The Forza 6 is going to be like the first week of October, first to
Oh.
second week of October.
Man, you got the schedule right in front of you?
Dude,
Damn, dude.
no, I've been doing a lot of research, and
Props.
like I said, don't take everything I say for a fact, but I'm telling you now, in a couple, I don't want to say in a couple weeks, never mind.
We
They
took
do
everything
start,
you said for fact. We'd be in a lot of trouble, huh?
yeah, like these are I may not be correct on the actual date for Halo 5, but the month of September is definitely they're dropping it in September because. And all signs point out too. You gotta think about it. They allow us to play the beta for the game in December for a game that's not for what that if it's expected to drop in November or late November. That's like damn near almost a year. I think the game is more ready than we are anticipating. Everybody's just assuming, oh, DirectX 12 is gonna be a DirectX 12 game. It's not. It's more ready than we are anticipating. And
Yeah, I don't
they
think
got
they're
their eyes.
gonna be using DirectX 12 till probably
DirectX
what is it shit, what's the name of that? Crackdown. I think
Yeah.
Crackdown's gonna use it.
We'll probably see the first DirectX 12 games in 2016.
We'll see some ports
Yeah,
this year.
that's
When
why
We'll see
I
some
told
ports.
people Crackdown
When is it
gonna
coming
come
out?
next year.
When is DirectX 12 launching?
I got DirectX. I have Windows 10 and DirectX in late October.
Late October?
Yup, and that's when I have Fable Legends dropping October
Well,
27th.
Windows 10's coming out this summer. If I stand corrected, please correct me.
I thought it was a fall thing. Cause no, it's coming out this fall. It's coming out this fall.
You know
This
the
fall. It
Xbox
could be
One
like
that
a
runs
late
off
summer,
of the
early fall thing.
modified
But
Windows 10 kernel? But you
can you
didn't
say
know
it
that.
again?
You know the Xbox One runs off a modified Xbox One kernel, right?
I suppose.
Like one of the operating systems is modified Windows 10.
Oh, okay.
I think he's right.
I have a friend that's a Microsoft developer that will
Nice.
play the very same thing.
Nice.
But the thing is that so back onto this like the release because you would think it would be a November game, but the thing is like if history shows us that it's gonna is they're aiming for September because for as far as I know that partnership that they got with Call of Duty isn't ending anytime soon.
I'm trying to think what's coming in September that I know.
I have a better question.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be more than
the only
coming September.
the only other games that are coming in Mad Max that we have an idea of. We have Mad Max. You got potentially Joe Montana.
Yeah, let's talk about
got-
Joe Montana football. I'm really interested in that. One of my friends told me that it would be a cross-platform game for the Xbox One and
no,
PC.
that's rumored. People
rumored?
assuming because it's going to be a PC only game that they're going to just include cross-platform play. It's not guaranteed. It's just rumored.
Well, that's what I keep hearing, and like my big
the game
concern,
itself is the game is rumored, but the thing is the game is coming. We just don't know.
Well, no. Like my big concern with the game is it going to have a full NFL license, or is it
Exactly.
like Pro Evolution Soccer and be generic?
No, I think it will have.
From what I'm hearing, from what I'm hearing, it isn't. But I can't say how I know that. But from what I'm hearing, it's not going to be NFL license. But that's just what I'm hearing.
I'm hearing it'll have NFL players, just they won't have NFL teams.
Yeah, so it'll be like Pro Evolution Soccer, where they just have like the players, but not the team.
Well, that's going to be a
that
huge
game
fail.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's going.
You know what? I think the game is in an interesting spot because you're already going to have enough people who are, they've had enough with Madden, and there's a lot of people on the PC that really want to play a football game that's not Madden 08 with mods.
True.
So
but I mean, is it going to be enough?
Is
it going to be enough to take Madden? You know what I'm saying? Take Madden.
Well, I don't think it's going to be enough to take Madden, but I think
I don't think it will be either, because Madden.
I think it'll be enough to have a following, and that's what really matters.
Yeah, I mean, because even though people say they hate Madden, they put money.
There's a lot of people that
more
say
than
they
they
hate
do, more than they do 2K. Like a lot of people think 2K be getting people. No, Madden,
2K's probably worse than the game.
Ultimate Team, no. Hell
Oh yeah,
no.
Ultimate Team is
Ultimate
criminal.
Team kills 2K's My Team, because you got to remember they just started My Team in 2K13. They just started doing that and taking like coins.
You know what I wish they would do with these
Ultimate
things?
Team has been doing this for years.
You know what's really pissing me off though? Like, I don't like it when I play FIFA Ultimate Team and then I finally get the players I want, and then like next year a new game comes out. I really wish like they would change the model of these type of games. Maybe perhaps make like a self-updating like Ultimate Team game. Well, they can make a lot of money off of it. Like look at League of Legends and stuff like that. You could
They'll never do that though,
because
they want you to buy it. So
yeah, that's true. The thing is, I don't like these halfway models. They're like these halfway free-to-play games that you're paying for up front. The thing is that the Ultimate Team, you got to be a dumbass to participate in Ultimate Team in My Player. That's just robbery hand over foot. Like. The thing is, if they really want to make money that way and just start getting into people's pockets, just stop making
like a double sales model.
Just make like a
MMO. I can go.
It's a double sales model. You have like a free to play model set up.
I think they got the All-American, not All-American, the Lombardi bundles right now. You get 5 of them for like 2,000 Madden points, and that's like $100.
You think of it this way, right? They make you pay $60 for the game, and then they have a free-to-play model within the game. And that's been in every game for a long time. And like, I really dislike microtransactions in games because I think it just really is like, I paid $60 for the game. why am I playing on a free-to-play model on something else?
I mean, with 2K, at least, you don't. To be honest, you don't have to buy everything. I know some people who don't buy nothing
you can,
and do just as well.
but you'd have to spend a lot of hours, and you'd have to grind really hard, and a lot of people just don't want to do that. So a lot of people just default to buying stuff anyway. Either way, like depending on what kind of player you are, you're gonna spend money, on virtual currency and packs and just dumb shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause I got a series I got going right now with Shite, and I haven't spent any money at all.
Yeah, the thing is, sports games shouldn't get DLC or anything like that. Like, the thing is that it's crazy. A game that comes out every year, like that, somebody can literally invest and put like hundreds of dollars into it for like, I don't get it. I really don't. I'm so against it, and that's why 2K doesn't get like any time on me. Like in Ultimate Team, I like, come on, like
That's why you guys need to do what we do on the PC and not pay for DLC. And then you get all the DLC bundled anyway.
No, that's why I signed for EA Access, and then the game is, and I just pay the game for play the game for fairly cheap, and I wait till that shit go into the vault. That's what I'm about to start doing with these damn games now.
That's the only way I'll get a Madden. That's the only way I'll get a Madden again, is to get EA Access.
Man, like the only time you really want to have Madden's like opening day, or like preseason that year. That's the only time I ever want to play Madden.
Madden has gotten lazy, but that's a whole nother subject.
It is.
We could be on that all day.
I don't think it's just EA Tiburon that's been lazy. I think it's developers in general who've been lazy.
I'm a sports
every game is a problem. Every game you look at and play, there's either game-breaking bugs, there's a shit ton of hackers, or then like you're just getting delay after delay after delay. I honestly think like developers need to stop announcing so early. And just,
I agree
develop a
with
game,
that.
and then when they're almost done, hey, we have a game coming out within the next 6 months.
True.
Yeah, I agree with that, because that's the same way I feel about, even though The Witcher looks wonderful, I wish they stopped telling us a release date and then delay it. Like, don't tell us, man. Just show the game.
Well, they want to get that pre-sales hype, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that, but they did it so, like, in the same thing with Project Cars. I played Project Cars. I don't know what they're waiting on. I played it.
When's Project Cars coming out? I'm really
again, so I don't know when it's coming out.
I was hyped about that game too.
Really? You know a game I played
I'm not
finally?
Even into Simulation Racers, and I thought that game was phenomenal from what I played. The demo at Comic-Con.
Slightly Mad does a great job on. They do a really good job at blurring the line between a simulation racer and an arcade racer, and they find this like happy medium, and it's really fun to play their games. Like, I don't know if you played Shift 2 Unleashed, but it's probably one of my favorite games as far as like how immersion goes with driving in the game. I definitely recommend it if you have a PC. Buy it. It's like $5.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like that. Like, let me see. Project Cars, The Witcher 3's done it. The Batman Arkham Knight, they really just pissed me off, because they were coming out the week of my birthday. They pushed it back like 3 weeks. Like,
I think I feel about GTA.
And like, I know can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know there's some people out there that are listening to this podcast, and they've been listening to all these podcasts and watching these YouTubers, and the audience is probably saying to themselves, man, listening to all of this current generation has been a fail. But there has been some triumphs. The Forza series, Sunset Overdrive, Bloodbourne. There has been some triumphs. It's just that everybody else
not even just that.
is messing up.
I'm gonna say one piece about Bloodborne.
Mordor, but Shadow of Mordor was a game that came out of nowhere. Far Cry 4 did pretty good.
True.
Nintendo's games did good last year too, with Smash Bros, Mario Kart.
The thing about Bloodborne is, if you have a PS4, just fucking buy it already. I don't know what you're doing. If you don't have it, just fucking buy it. Sacrifice your fucking virginity for it. Just buy Bloodborne. What's wrong with you?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna front, yo. Bloodborne took my virginity, took my anus.
Whoa, that's very lewd.
Bloodborne is that hype.
All right,
let's keep it PG-13, please.
Good thing you guys brought up the Bloodborne. All right, I'm going to say by face value, I think Bloodborne is overrated.
What?
You're
Tell us.
overrated.
Oh,
You know what?
man.
You know
The
what?
thing is,
Of course the game's overrated. I mean, the game's an 11 out of 10.
And
yeah,
11,
the thing
wow.
is, I
I
feel
mean,
like
I
they
think
are.
it's the highest rated. I mean, it is the
th-
highest rated
That's the
game
thing.
come out this
That's the
gen and
thing.
stuff. But I mean,
And,
I don't know.
and that's the thing. The thing is, the problem I have with it, right? I'm not saying just because I say it's overrated doesn't mean it's bad in any way. Like I said, the game looks good and stuff like that, but I feel like the game it was overpraised and they didn't point out any of the issues that the game have or the lack thereof that they would have pointed out on other games. You know what I
I
mean?
think you're just mad because
There's only two issues that I keep hearing that I think are true. And the only two issues that I know of I actually own the game, I played it, and I finally, thank you Jesus, I finally beat the first boss today. I put that video up too. I was in this mug like hooraying like I won a medal or something in the Olympics. But it's I haven't noticed like frame rate drops because I mean I don't be looking for that. But somebody who's probably known like a PC gamer probably would notice it more than me. But the frame rate drops in the load screens. Yo, the load
I gotta
screens
tell
are
you.
terrible. Like,
Well,
oh
who
my
cares about
Jesus,
load
the load.
screens, honestly? But
Yeah,
like, I'll
I mean,
tell
yeah.
I
The
you,
don't
low kid
care.
is waiting
It's
for
not
you
that
to
I don't
play.
care. It's just it's
here.
the
I'll
fact
tell you how
you gotta
spoiled
realize
I
though.
am. I'll tell
It's
you
the
how
fact.
spoiled I am. When I
Yo,
play a
it's
game and I'm at 60 FPS, and then I notice it drop to like 53, I notice it, and it just drives me insane. And like,
yes.
it's so
See, I don't.
bad, I'll
It
actually
doesn't.
lower my settings just so I don't have drops. It like, because the graphics card I have is not really good, so that's what I do.
Yeah, see, someone like me, I don't really notice that, and know what I'm saying.
Oh,
So
it drives me
it doesn't really
insane. It
bother
it
me.
really drives me
You,
insane.
you don't they get like uh
See, the thing about the load screens is that you die so constantly, so you're
yeah.
always seeing that screen.
Mhm.
So, but From Software already put out a press release saying that they're gonna patch that. So the patch probably is gonna be coming in the next week. I saw that in a lot of reviews about the load screens, and also how the like when you in the Dark Souls, I think Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, you make like a campfire, and once you find one, that's where you level up and do all that stuff. Not on Bloodborne. On Bloodborne, you have these like uh, urns or something like that, and they're like spaced out in the world.
So it's
So
it's the same
basically,
thing then.
they're like save points, and then once you like get to one of those, you go to this other place where it's like a dream world, and that's where you level up at. So basically, you have to go out into the wild and don't die, and then come back all the way back to one of those urns, and then go save and level up and do all that stuff. And it's a challenge because if you die, you lose everything.
So
Damn.
my question for you, Crunk, is what's the plot of what's the plot of the game? Like, why are we doing this? Why are you
Okay,
playing?
so well, I mean, so far I don't know yet because I just got to the first boss. I'm just like inching into the game. I ain't
There
got
don't need to
nowhere
be a
yet. I know
story in
people who
Bloodborne.
are like
You just need to play it.
7 to like I know some people who are like 7 to 10 monsters into the game. From what my friends are telling me, the plot is not laid in front of you.
Wow.
You have to the plot is not laid in front of you. You have to figure it out by playing the game.
You got to be
This
Sherlock
game is
Holmes.
not this game is the opposite of what people want, like the Order. How they shit on the Order about it had no gameplay. This game is nothing but
40,
gameplay.
40 hours.
More than 40 hours. Bruh, I was on this shit from
Damn.
8 until like 3 in the morning last night, and I hadn't even beat the first boss yet. And you can't level up until you get to the first boss.
And Jaleesa, my thing is this. Like, I made a video about this a couple of days ago, and I've been watching a lot of pro Xbox YouTubers. Some have praised the game, and some have, taken little shots at it. I'm not talking about Kid Smooth. I'm talking about, Xbox guys. Listen, man, we've been having highly rated games for like over a year now. I'm actually glad that the PlayStation Nation finally has a highly rated AAA. So my thing is, man, let them have that. Don't take shots. I'm not talking about you, Kid Smooth. I'm talking
I
about
haven't
everybody
even
else.
made a video about
You know
that.
what
I mean,
I'm
there's some
telling the
people.
Xbox
I mean, there's
gamer.
some people
I'm
who
telling the Xbox gamer to
legitimately.
trade in your Xbox and buy
guys,
PS4 to
But
get
there's some
Bloodborne.
people
That's
who
what you
may
should
not
do.
like this type of
yeah.
game.
But
It's
what I'm
not
saying,
a world renowned game
but
like a Call of Duty or anything. It's a niche title,
yeah,
but I
but
feel like it's more accessible.
mm-hmm.
It's not. I'll say this. It's just as hard as Dark Souls and Demon Souls. It's just as hard, but it's more accessible. Like for me, because the Dark Souls 1 and 2 and Demon Souls were way too slow for me.
Right.
I hated the slow ass pace of the game. This game is way more fast paced, but the drawback to that is the monsters are just as fast as your ass. So they can kill you just as easy as they could when you were going mad slow on Dark Souls and Demon Souls. It doesn't make a difference because you're faster. But to me, and my preference is, I liked it because it's a little bit, well, I ain't gonna even say a little bit, it's a lot faster. You move a lot quicker. You don't have like a shield to block everything. You have to dash, you have to move out the way, because if you don't, you will die. And you will die quickly, and you would and you will, man, this game is unforgiving. And it also, it's a mind fuck. It's all a mind thing too, because like it's a mind thing as well. Like it plays with your head, because there's so many creatures out there. Like everything in this game can kill you. Werewolves, freaking, what else they got? They got these orc looking things, and everything in the game can kill you. And it can kill you with different moves. Everything has a different move set. Every NPC doesn't move the same. You have to learn how they move, and once you learn how they move, it's easy. And then when you move to another area, you got to relearn everything, because all the areas are different.
Right. But like I'm saying, I'm glad that, as an Xbox guy, I don't have a PS4. As an Xbox guy, I'm glad that PlayStation Nation finally has an exclusive they can be proud of. Now they can take a breather.
Whoa,
now they can chill out. Guys, let me finish. Now they can chill out and stop taking shots. Now they can relax and just enjoy gaming instead of constantly worrying about what the other console is doing and worrying about what's happening with this game, what's happening with that game, and what y'all doing over there. Now y'all got something that's 40 hours to occupy y'all time. And gamers, that's a good thing. That's a good thing that PlayStation Nation has a good game.
I gotta ask you, since you call yourself a game historian,
Go ahead, man.
where's your PS4?
I don't have one yet.
You better get one. Go get one right now. Go get one and go get Bloodborne and go play it. Go now. I'm gonna go get one too.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll all play Bloodborne.
We'll see what Jaleesa just said. Jaleesa,
I think people on PC want Bloodborne. From what I've been hearing.
Jaleesa hit the nail on the head.
People do. I don't really. It don't matter to me. Like we already have like games like that anyway. So like. And like, there's a whole different realm of games that I'm really interested in. Like I'd rather play Dota, or I'd rather ladder in StarCraft, or grind CS:GO. But yeah, there are people that want it. I mean, like every game that comes out that's exclusive to console, people on PC are gonna want it. And I think if Bloodborne came out on the PC, that would be a very good thing, because then you can really see, how good the game can really look. Granted, they give it a good port, not like the first Dark Souls where you have to basically go into the game and rearrange everything just to get it to work properly.
Yeah, but see, the thing about Dark Souls is that Sony doesn't own Dark Souls. Like Demon Souls, like you'll never see Demon Souls on PC because they don't From Software doesn't own it.
Let me just ask you a question. So like, people, I don't like, excuse me if I don't really know who developed the game, but that's not a Sony developed game, is it? Bloodborne.
No.
So there could be a possibility of you seeing it. You could, depending on what their contract is, you might be able to see it on like the Xbox One and the PC probably within a year, 6 months to a year. That would really.
No, because they published it. I think it's Sony published the game.
Oh, Sony published the game?
It's Sony. It's Sony. It's Sony Japan and From Software.
Okay, then that might be a different story. Like, you may not ever see it.
It's just like Demon Souls. Like Demon Souls isn't on PC either, right? Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 is, but Demon Souls isn't. It's only on PS3.
Yeah.
Sorry. We got my man Jay in here.
But Kid Smooth, I think you said you was gonna ask me some other questions.
No. We started. No, that we started about it. Like, I was asking you what are you doing in the game? Because the thing is, I'm like, from what I was hearing, is like the game doesn't really have a story. You just kind of play, and that's pretty much it. And I'm like, well, lately they've been harping on games for either having a bad story or lack of story or lack of gameplay. And I'm like, Bloodborne, albeit has great gameplay, but it's getting a pass on everything else that it may be lacking. And then there was like I've been watching people stream it, and there's like weird bugs. I wouldn't call it a bug, but I guess if you're slicing through the wall and whatnot, like weird
Nah,
glitches
that
and
ain't a
whatnot.
Let me
bug. That's
educate
not a
you
bug.
about the
They
Dark
do that
Souls fan base,
intentionally.
Kids Move.
They
The only story
they
that
do that intent. You know.
matters, the only story that
Hold
matters
on, wait,
in the
Oh,
Dark
I'm
Souls
sorry.
universe,
Dan,
the
the
only thing that matters is
Dan,
praise the sun.
that question was for Jaleesa.
Praise the sun.
Nah, I was saying, I was saying that the swinging through walls and shit and stuff like that, it's done intentionally because you can do the same thing. It's not like it's a cheap shot where they can hit you through a wall and you can't. It's done intentionally. And also, like, a lot of people don't like the camera, how the like, cause the way the game is, the camera, if you bat back too far and the monster comes up on you, it's like you can't see nothing. So you gotta dodge quick out of the way. It's a matter of fact, you gotta check my video out on my channel because I just posted
Yeah.
it up. You could see where the camera's so close where you can't see nothing, but it's made like that for a reason because the corridors are so small and like the level design in the game is fucking awesome, and they do that for a reason. It's in every game. If you've played any of the Dark Souls games, the camera is the same in every game, and they do it for a reason. It makes it harder, to be honest with you.
Okay. So
And it's
I'm a
not like you fighting with the camera. It's just that the camera does it acts wonky in certain like battles and stuff like that because the hallways are so fucking small.
Now, my question is, all right, I'm a PlayStation 4 owner, and say, all right, like Demon Souls and Dark Souls weren't my thing, and I'm not really looking at a Bloodborne. I'm not looking at it. What's next for me?
Until Dawn.
Okay, that's a summer game, right? That game comes out in the summer.
I think it's supposed to come summer, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, Until
But
Dawn's next.
is Until Dawn like
Until
that
Dawn,
movie like game?
Beyond Two
yeah,
Souls.
it's the movie where you're like in a haunted house and something's like they were doing it at the PlayStation Experience where they were telling him where to go.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Heavy Rain. It's kind of like Heavy Rain.
Uh-oh.
All right, so
I'm
but the
buying
thing
that
is,
shit
but
too.
that's
I fucking love
but
Heavy
that's more
Rain.
like a interactive movie though, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say
I mean,
so. I mean, I like those type of games.
all right,
It's just
compared to
it
the
would. I
Order
mean, for people.
1886, which one would be more like an interactive movie, The Order or Until Dawn?
Mm, I don't know because both of them have input. You know what I'm saying? They both do the whole what you call it QTE thing. But I haven't seen enough of Until Dawn to say that the whole game is like that though. So I don't know because they
Until
only
Dawn is
show
like
certain
Beyond Two
gameplay.
Souls.
Yeah, it's kind of like Beyond Two Souls had way more gameplay than Heavy Rain did.
Heavy Rain was just all about yelling your son's name.
Yo, I love Heavy Rain.
I thought Heavy Rain was a really good game.
That was a really good meme.
Like Heavy Rain was really good because like none of you had the same ending. Like all of us could have played Heavy Rain and all of us could have got a different ending. None of us played the same game. And that's one thing I liked about that game. And I think from what I'm hearing, Until Dawn is gonna be the same way.
I think Heavy Rain was a good game, and just similar to things like The Walking Dead. I know what the game is when I'm going into it, and it does it really well. So, that new game, Until Dawn, like I think as long as people understand.
Dan, what the hell are you?
I'm playing Heavy Rain, bro.
Okay.
He's for Jason the whole time.
He says more than Jason, though.
I did more than that.
And he says Jason.
Okay.
That's like the beginning of the game when he does that. But yeah, as long as people understand what they're getting into when they start playing Until Dawn, I think that as long as you know that the game from what I've seen looks really good.
Yeah, for me too, it looks really good. Like, I mean, but you really don't have to be a fan of something to have interest in it. Cause like I said, I wasn't a fan of Dark Souls or Demon Souls. I love freaking Bloodborne, and it's just one tweak that they did to the game, and that was make it faster, and that's all I needed to. That's all I needed to hear.
Okay, so I mean, I've been on the fence about it. I'm probably not gonna really buy
I mean,
it.
rent it.
I'm gonna.
If you're not sure about it, rent
Yeah.
it.
Can you do share play?
Yeah, I mean, you share play it. Yo, if you want
Wait,
me to, I'm off till Tuesday. You want to share play it?
Yeah, but that is good. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
I'll
a
let you
tough
share
though, because
play it.
it's streaming though. I don't like I tried share playing, but the streaming is gonna, it doesn't give you that full on experience because the streaming quality is not that great. But I'll
supposed to
try
be
it that way.
60 frames per second now.
Sir, you know they just did an update, right? They just got an update.
I haven't turned on my console to update it since I heard that they were bricking. I was like, okay, shit.
Nah, bruh, that was a small percentage of people. Everybody's shit didn't brick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna update that tonight, and then if I can get, you said you're off till Tuesday.
Yeah, I was off Friday. I was off yesterday, today, tomorrow, and Monday. So if you want to hop on and I'll let you play it and let you die.
All right, cool. Yeah,
No, I'm telling you, you're gonna die. I'm just being real with you. Like Bloodborne is not for Blood. Yeah, either GameFly it, rent it, or I'll let you stream it. I'm just saying, just so you can get kind of a taste of it.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we can try that.
I'm just saying for let you try it out for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, if you want to.
Why did you say the streaming's bad?
But look though, but look though, you gotta realize too now.
Yeah.
No, reason why I said the streaming was bad is like I did the share play before. I just didn't the quality was inconsistent. For the most part it was cool, but it was just like for a game like Bloodborne, I think I was share playing Knack at the time. Yeah, but for a game like Bloodborne, like it won't be the same as actually just like playing it. You know what I mean?
Is that because of like your bandwidth?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta realize now that they've done that update, I can test your internet and mine also to see if they're good enough to stream.
Okay. But yeah, that's really honestly all I have for. But my question to you: do you think if you had to grade this, do you agree with the critics so far of it being like a 93 rated or a 90 plus game?
This is okay. I'll say it like this. So far, this is the most fun I've had with a exclusive.
Okay. So
far, this is the best game I've played this generation, other than I will say, what's the game that I think this I thought Far Cry 4 was incredible. I gave that. That was like one of my game of the years last year. I did like Titanfall. I just thought it was missing content. It was a really good game though, but I haven't. Yeah, I mean content wise, but I mean actual just the game period. It was very good. It just didn't hold your attention. This game is like crack. This game is like crack. But you have to be mentally tough to play this game. If you're not mentally tough and you get discouraged because you die so much, you're not going to enjoy this game. You gotta have your mind muscle is gonna be worked to the 10th power because you're gonna get tired of dying.
So Bloodborne is the best game available on the PlayStation 4.
I mean, this is in my opinion, just me.
Right. But do you agree with the scores that it has received? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry. It was two people talking to me at what time. I didn't know who was talking to who.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was saying, do you agree with the scores it has received?
There we go again.
Alright, kids move. Let's listen to the other guy.
Yeah, guys, listen. This E-Rock. Y'all. What's happening is y'all stepping on each other. The podcast will go smoother if we let everybody have at least 4 minutes to talk.
I can't hear. Wait. Hold on. Who are you guys hearing talk that I'm not?
You're talking over everyone.
Oh, but it's I didn't. Oh, never mind. I turned sat down. Okay, because he was screaming out
Uh,
Jason. That's what.
Oh,
That's what it was.
wow, 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 wow.
I was wondering. I'm like, yo, y'all talking to me at the same time? Who?
Oh
What?
my god. Wow,
Well,
dude.
G said that you can't interrupt me. Like I turned
Oh.
you down because I. But okay, I thought it warned you when
I
I
did
mute
it
you.
because you are John Madden.
All right, so that's probably gonna sound like so
Okay.
horrible.
So I'll answer the other guy's question first. She was saying, what's the other game
Yeah,
that is
like what in the PlayStation let's just be PlayStation exclusive, not cross-platform free-to-plays. I'm talking about games I can only get on my PS4. What am I getting? Other than Bloodborne.
other than Bloodborne? It depends on your preference. I mean, for me, I thought
It
Infamous
doesn't
Second
matter, just any game.
I thought Infamous Second Son was a really good game.
Right.
That was just my opinion because I'm an Infamous fan. Um, the order, the order is pretty good. I don't think it's worth the $60. I think if it would they lowered the price. I think it's a pretty good game. It's not a horrible game. It's not a bad game. It's a pretty good game for Ready at Dawn's first game.
See,
mhm.
before before this generation started, I was really, I was thinking, maybe I'm gonna have to just get a PS4 because I remember Metal Gear Solid 4 was like that was my favorite game last generation, and then I'm like, oh, it's on the Xbox too. Okay, I'll just get a new console. And then they announced it for the PC. Well, I'm like, well, I don't have a reason to buy a
I
new
mean,
console.
I know that PT demo is one of the best demos of all time, boy.
It's
That's only on
very,
the
you know
PS4.
what? When if I could run it in 4K, I'm telling you, it'd probably be the most beautiful thing I've ever laid
Wow.
on.
Wow.
But you
Yo,
know,
PT looks so fucking good. Like
oh
that,
yeah.
I don't know what the engine that Kojima uses. Yo,
Well, like
that
my favorite thing
PT
about the
demo.
Fox engine is that it's very well optimized, and you don't really need like that expensive of a rig to run that game, at high settings. The game defaults to high settings actually, and my
Yo,
computer
that
just eats it
like
up.
man. Matter of fact, Kid Smooth, you need to go download PT because it's free.
It's a
Go
shame it's
download
been
PT,
cancelled
brother.
though, isn't it?
What's been
I
canceled?
don't know, man. I don't think it's
Silent
gonna be.
Hills has
I
been
don't think
cancelled.
Silent Hills is gonna be
It's
canceled.
been cancelled.
Wow. Wow.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Kojima is no longer with Konami, so
Oh
Let me let
wow.
me let me let me
Oh
tell you something
yeah.
about
No,
that.
that's a rumor. It's not. It's not. They're not
Here's the
saying that
thing.
it.
Oh no, it's
it's
official.
not a rumor.
Here, guys, slow down. Let's not panic here. I don't know like how long you've been following Kojima or Kojima Studios or Metal Gear Solid in general, but if you were around like Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and 4, he said the very same thing, and it never happened. So until he actually leaves,
Yeah,
then
he
I'll
hasn't
pay
left yet.
attention. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to that because this is Kojima here. He's weird,
Yeah, I mean,
and you
to be
must accept
honest,
it.
what else does Konami have? Castlevania? That shit
Uh,
dead.
Okay. Let me say something.
Dez?
Let me
Konami
say
has some
something.
pretty good games. Konami actually has a pretty good following with Pro Evolution Soccer.
They ain't gonna
Hold
beat
on,
mine.
hold on. Wait. Let Jay speak. But before we let Jay speak, Pro Evolution Soccer sucks and is nowhere near on the level.
That's because it's a hard game. Like Pro Evolution Soccer actually has a lot of underlying mechanics within it that the casual player just will not understand. And I could see why you would say that because you have no idea what you're doing.
Cool.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
Yeah.
let me say this real quick.
Yep.
I was listening to IGN podcast on Lock the other day. Basically, I wasn't aware of this, so I don't know how many of you lot will be aware of this. But basically, Konami making games is not what they're known for out there over in Japan and stuff like that. They make
Yeah,
things
I
like
saw that
bottled water,
podcast too.
insurance, everything. They make so many things other than games. So to them, games is just like a big drain on them, especially with how long Kojima takes to make games. He spends loads of money, takes ages to make it, and for them, it's
Loads of
sort of like
money.
why it's this burden on them. So for them, it's like, okay, let's get rid of this, and then it helps them out in other things that they're doing. So when I was sort of listening to that, it was kind of making sense that do you know what? It's true. This guy does spend a lot of money making these games, and that's why when they were saying also about him going on to any other studio, people are going to need money to buy this guy because he's an expensive guy because he's got his pedigree, and he also takes he likes to take his time with stuff. He doesn't like to be rushed and stuff like that. So it costs a lot getting a game from him. So for Konami, it's like that's not their bread and butter. So they can afford to sort of get rid of this guy and continue on the Metal Gear Solid series. So yeah, it might sound like he's just crying wolf again, but I actually believe that this time round he's gonna go. And would it be a bad thing? No.
I mean, I think this is just my opinion. Kojima has gotten bigger than Konami, which is kind of weird.
Kojima is bigger than Konami.
Yeah, he's bigger than Konami,
He
and I
just
got a
is.
feeling if he takes his team and they do a Kickstarter, he can do a game without him.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
funny. It's funny you mentioned that actually, because there's been a lot of developers that have been doing this, and the same thing's been happening in film. I don't know if you noticed this or not. You've ever heard of the movie Beer Fest?
Beer Fest. I heard of
No,
that.
not Beer Fest. I think it's either Beer Fest or Super Troopers.
Super Troopers, yeah.
Super Troopers
Broke
just
the
got a
lizard.
sequel.
Yeah.
The sequel was financed through crowdfunding, and they met their goal in one day. So I think
that's
a lot of
the
developer
same
teams
thing
are
with
gonna, tell
Open
these
with Mighty Number
publishers.
9.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to tell them, hey, go to hell. We want our money. And that's what you're going to see in the future. You're going to see a lot more
He
of that.
probably did that. He probably said, okay, I want X, Y, Z. And they were like, do you know what? No. And then he's probably thinking, well, I could just go away and do this elsewhere under a different name. And that's probably why, they bumped heads. And, like you said, it's happening in so many different places. But that is why I think that this time round, it's not just a rumor, man. He is really gone because, he knows that he doesn't have to be at Konami for his games to get made. So.
And he doesn't have to be under the gun of a publisher. Because, I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of developers cannot stand working with publishers because you got to deal with ridiculous deadlines. You're only getting a small amount of the cut of the game you make, and a lot of developers complain about that. And it's
Very
their
true.
own project.
Yeah, that's very true. Also,
So I think I think it's going to be more developer-centric and less publisher-centric within the next few years.
Yeah, like Mighty Number 9. That's done by the guy who did Mega Man. He got tired of Capcom not wanting to make a Mega Man game, so he went on his own and did Mighty Number 9. It's like a spiritual successor to Mega Man. The same thing happened to the BioShock Infinite team. Now they're a smaller team. They're not under the same company.
Yeah, Ken Levine and his team. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
I'm surprised Ken Levine broke off from 2K because 2K, they did a lot for at least from a PR standpoint. It seemed like they were doing a lot. They gave them their old name back and they gave them their studio back. And from what I was hearing, they were getting a larger cut of their games as opposed to other developers.
I think he's still with them, but it's just like he's an indie studio, but he's still doing things with them. Similar to how you got the Rayman game.
Yeah, I mean, like
Ubisoft,
it's not like the team is not together anymore.
Ubisoft. Let's not talk about Ubisoft again, please.
So, like, when we talk now.
And I forgot, my bad, Kids Move, just to say something. MLB 15, the show is coming as well, but that's just a niche crowd of people who won't buy it.
Yeah, it's so niche that freaking people are afraid to make a baseball game. Oh man, it's freaking ridiculous, man.
Baseball is so boring. Why would I want to play a game
2K
about
tried,
it?
but that shit sucked. You can't say that didn't. 2K had an MLB game. They tried to get YouTubers to play it, and I'll say maybe a month in, and you ain't see no YouTubers saying nothing about 2K.
That's 2K's
MLB.
fault with their baseball game because 2K actually they were kind of like onto something with 2K8, and then they took what the problem was after 2K8 they seemed to gut the game a lot. And they really ruined their own mechanics of the game, like in 2K9 and downward. And then they just got really lazy, and people are just they put their foot down, and you're like, I don't have to buy this.
But the
Yeah,
thing is, it's like, come on,
people are
the
streaming.
sport of the I don't know how much money the MLB as a sport is worth, but they got to do something where we don't get this RBI crap, man. Like, it's like, oh my God, it's like somebody has to make it. How hard is it to just put together just a decent baseball game? I'll tell you this, this is gonna sound crazy. I won't buy it because I can go to a baseball game, but I can't play a baseball video game unless it's Slugfest or something like that. I have to have fun with it because it can't be as boring as a game in like around this time. You know what I mean?
Just play Baseball Mogul, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a baseball, like, I've never been a fan of, like, baseball games or
Just-
anything, but the show is really freaking good, yo. And I see why people like that game.
Just go get
Yeah,
yourself a
I
copy
can
of
tell the
Baseball
show is definitely
Mogul.
probably good, especially for a
I
baseball game,
think you
being
should
that it's
probably
the
get
Yeah,
that
it's
only
for
game.
baseball
a
game. But
baseball
I'm pretty
fan.
sure
See, I'm not a
it's pretty good.
baseball fan like that, so the show is really not for me. I supported it because my brother loves baseball,
Mhm.
so I bought MLB The Show 14, and I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna get 15 for him too because he likes those type of games. So, but
Yeah.
it, like, for the show to be like, the show has been good for a minute, and
Yeah.
2K has just been like hanging around. And then I think they cut. Was it last year they stopped making MLB? Was it last year
I
or the
don't know
year
if it was
before?
2013 or
I
2012. One of them.
believe 2K12 was the last one, if I stand corrected.
2K12 or 2K30. It was one or the other, and they just
Either
stopped
way,
making them.
they're the last installments of 2K baseball have been monumental failures, and they should teach people a lesson. Like, when a developer makes a shit game, don't buy it. So they stop making it.
Yeah.
But my
So
thing is, if you're not gonna come with it, then don't make it at all, because the people at the show are
Exactly.
bringing it every year.
There's only like two decent baseball games. It's like the show, and there's a game I play called Baseball Mogul, where you can control any team from any year, from 1919 all the way up till this year. And you just build your own team, you do roster moves, you get the whole roster all the way down to rookie league, and then you can scout for prospects in Japan and whatnot. It's really a lot of depth within the game. It's done by like a couple guys, or indeed, they're a couple dudes, and they made a really good game. And they release a new one every year, and I really would like to see people, support them.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to see MLB
Warning:
show, it's streaming right now.
it is just a baseball simulator. So I mean, like, it's all about roster moves and whatnot, not really playing.
yeah. Yeah. Not interested.
But it's good. It's very good, and that's all I really care about with sports games anyway.
Now the thing is, anybody like the PlayStation had a big update yesterday, and I think was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Feels like
Nah, it was Friday. It was Friday morning. Like, when I got off
Yeah.
work, it went live at, like, I think like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Okay.
How often
Next-
do you guys get updates?
Xbox One had got a second update for the month of April.
Depending
damn,
on
was
what
that
you mean
yesterday?
by updates.
I'm just saying, like, updates. Like, every day on Steam, there's at least like 2 updates.
When we get updates, sometimes we get stability. We get a lot of stability updates, and then we get like huge big updates, like maybe every 3-4 months.
Because like I've
Like-
noticed, like, since I started playing on PC, a lot of games will just update daily, and then like Steam will update daily during certain periods at times too.
Yeah,
But
I know.
mean,
Usually when PlayStation brings an update, they bring a whole bunch of shit at one time that they update, instead of like when Microsoft updates
yeah, I
every
can't
month. They
stand
bring
that.
maybe
It's awful.
one
Like,
or
you won't be
two.
able to play, and then you'll just be
Yeah.
down for like, oh, I gotta wait for this to load for an hour.
Yeah, it doesn't do
Yeah.
that every month thing. I think they need to up the pace a little bit for the updates.
I think they
but
should do like what Steam does, just do an update every day. It takes like a few seconds. That'd be nice.
Oh
I
man,
ain't
that's
gonna update every day.
ridiculous.
Nah, I say.
Well, I mean, like, I don't get
couple
knocked
months.
offline. It'll just say, like, there's a new update available. Would you like to queue it? And then I go in when I feel like doing it.
No, but they bought voice messaging to Xbox One finally. That should have been like
Wow,
a day one
after
thing.
it's almost been 2 years,
Yeah,
bro. Welcome
why
to the
y'all-
party.
Didn't 360 have it?
Yeah, it was
360 didn't have
standard.
that.
with
That was like the first
360.
thing they had.
Yeah, it was like
Why did it
standard.
take so
The
long?
original Xbox probably had it too.
Probably.
The
I don't even know.
architecture's
I
different.
wonder why it took so long.
From the original Xbox to this one, no, it's
Yeah, it
it's
is.
at
It
8060.
actually
There's
is
nothing new.
completely different. It's completely different. Even Xbox
Let's
Live
not
is
get into
completely
hardware
different.
top wars. That's bad.
No, but the thing is, because a lot of people look at it as like, oh, why couldn't it was done on this console? Why couldn't it be done on that one? They said they already admitted that it's a different foundation that it was bought up on, so things you couldn't just.
Oh, come
It
on.
wasn't no
Okay,
port.
come
I'm
on,
gonna say
Neil.
something as a developer,
Yeah.
because it seems like I don't know, consumers seem to act like they're blind to reality. You know, when you're making something, you got to make choices of what's priority, and voice messaging just wasn't a priority. It kind of makes sense. You want to get other things out there. The Xbox was meant to do a lot of other things first when it was built, so they had to sort of do a 180, as people say, and they had to start changing a lot of their policies and what the Xbox could do. So for them to do that, you know, they had to basically, it's like going back to the drawing board, you know. So getting in things like voice messaging, you know, yeah, it was done in the 360 or whatever, but you know, it's here now, and we should just be, you know, happy that it's here. And
Exactly.
you know, it's just like the
Yeah,
PlayStation.
I
It got
get
its
you on that.
PlayStation got
It's probably the
suspend and
same thing
resume.
with PlayStation and pause and resume.
Yeah, exactly. They
We're
just
just
got
not
that.
getting that.
I don't say to myself, "Oh my god, the Xbox already had that for blah blah blah." I just say to myself, "Oh, it's cool, it's got it now. I got used to it on the Xbox, so it means I can do it on the PlayStation now." You know, like I saw some article the other day and it said, and the PlayStation was like, "Oh my god, PlayStation's got this update. Oh, it's the most amazing update ever. What's Xbox and Nintendo gonna do now?" And it's like, wait a minute, they all like Xbox gets like an update every month, and no one really says anything about it. Everyone always seems to like downplay what the Xbox does. Like, I like both machines. You know what I mean? I've got no problem with it. You know, from a business point of view, I have to like both of them. Otherwise, I'm just cutting off half my market. You know. So, but I don't know. I just feel like consumers, like all this fanboy stuff, is
Yeah,
just
I mean,
so
I'm impressed
it's blown
with
up
all the
proportion.
updates, no matter what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Just be happy for what you're getting. You know, I mean, we've got machines that are
Yeah, I mean, I
think
don't
getting
get big
I
better.
think
on updates.
updates.
I
I
think it's
personally
cool.
think updates are just monotonous things that always get in the way of something that should have been done the right way anyway.
Yeah, but
And
do you know what I mean? Again, as a developer, you're never gonna make the perfect application the first time round. It's impossible because there's so many different variables and things that can happen when you're using an application, but you can't predict everything. My daily job is to make systems for, you know, I mean, there's one time I was working on a job, I had to make systems for pharmaceutical companies, and you know, the margin for error there is very little because you're selling things in the pharmacy environment, and you know, those kind of, you know, they have a lot of strict rules, and I would plan these applications, like the development of it, for months. You know, these weren't things that I just, you know, churned out my ass. It took months to make them, and then when you go live, shit went wrong, and then you have to act fast, and do you know what I mean? But my point is, some things just happen,
Yeah, I
so you
understand that.
can't
That's
always
why
say,
I kind
"Oh,
of
there was
feel
a bug
bad
in
for
it."
Sony.
It's like I heard there's a bug in Bloodbourne that cripples your save progress and stuff like that. They obviously didn't put that there intentionally. It just happened because the people that are testing this, they can't test for everything because they don't know what every single person is going to do in the game. My game, I had an event, and on the day of the event, I found there was a bug on it, and because I work on a PC and not a laptop, when I went to the event, I had to just leave it in there because there was no way for me to go all the way back home, change it, and then come all the way back to the event. So I just had to, you know, leave it there, and because I was present, I could tell the users, "Oh, don't do it X, Y, Z," and then they won't hit the bug. But do you know what I mean? I didn't put it there intentionally. And if I say that one out live or whatever, someone might say, "Oh, what's wrong with this developer? Why is that bug there?" I didn't do it on purpose. You know, I'll try and get it rid of it as quick as I can. But you know what I mean? We're humans. There's going to be mistakes, and that's what people need to understand.
Well put. Well put. Well put. And another
Yeah,
thing,
I mean, there's some things that you just it's just out of your it's just out of your control, man. You
Yeah,
never know.
exactly. I mean, the things like in Ubisoft with the face missing, that's just like a really big thing. They must have seen that. Do you know what I mean? That's just like, You didn't even have to do
That's
anything for
funny,
that bug to
man.
happen.
You know
But
what? I'm happy that happened. That was really funny. That gave me a lot of laughs.
that made me freak
The
out.
missing face.
And another thing,
Yo,
Jay,
but the thing, Ubisoft really made a fool of themselves with freaking Assassin's Creed, because that is something that lets me know that game wasn't ready, because you had to know that there
Well,
was gonna be frame rate issues in the campaign.
you want to know what's funny about
Not even being
Assassin's
online.
Creed Unity? On the PC and the PS4 versions, people were getting improved frame rates when they had the game disconnected from their internet, which I thought was pretty funny. And like my whole problem with Ubisoft was they were trying to like tell people that 30 FPS is what you want in games. Like they're trying
No.
to tell the customer, they're trying to tell their consumers, no, this is what you want. We want you to settle on garbage, so we don't have to make something good. Like it's just it's so annoying that, and then like I've heard some other horrible things from people who work within Ubisoft, saying how like, oh, we hate the PC platform and whatnot, and it's just silly to me.
Yo, their games
It's
always
silly.
run shit on PC.
Yeah, they
Their
don't like
games
making games on
always
the
run
PC, do it.
bad.
They well, here's the thing. It's funny because like Far Cry 4 is a really unoptimized port, but Far Cry 3 wasn't, and they're basically the same game. Far Cry 3 runs fantastically. Like I can run that game no problem. But like Far Cry 4, it's an issue. And then like my problem with all the Ubisoft games is that they have this repetitive redundant they have just this redundant DRM which Steam does anyway. And they have this thing called Uplay, and they force you to install it, and then you have to like you have to restart the game like 2 times just to play a freaking Ubisoft game. It's ridiculous. That's why a lot of people on the PC, at least, we can't stand Ubisoft. And I don't think anyone
They
on the
can't
console should
stand you
hate like Ubisoft either.
Yeah, Ubisoft. Like I don't know what it is with Ubisoft. They've been on a downturn over the past
Dude, they're even worse than
for the
EA.
past
They
year,
become
dude.
the bigger villain than EA when no one thought that was even possible.
Yeah. But back to the topic. So we got these updates that both the updates make both the consoles better. But the thing is now that people are starting to focus on, because this is dry season unless you own a PlayStation 4. You've gotten 2 mega hits over the past month between The Order and Bloodborne. Well, as for mega hits, as far
I mean,
as
it's not just that though. We had a spring sale too. That they did it. They did a flash sale like a week ago, I think, or 2 ago, for PS3, PS Vita, and PS4. And
yeah,
then
Xbox
also
had
we
one
got
last. Was it 2 weeks ago? Where they had all those games for like they were like dirt cheap.
but also we getting some other games too. The Spring Fever. I think we got, what did we
Oh my
get?
god.
Metal Slug 3, Jamestown, Hotline Miami 2, Helldivers, Axiom Verge, Bastion, Titan Souls, and then we get Shovel Knight in I think April. All of those are
Oh
coming.
wow. Oh,
Yeah, we getting
Shovel
all
Knight's
those
a great
games
game.
week by
Oh,
week.
like go get that when that comes out. I'm serious. Go get it. It's a good game.
Yeah, all of those games
Very
have been
good game.
coming out every week since like I think the first of this month. So like we've been getting games, yo. Like Hotline Miami 2 has been scoring really good. Helldivers I heard is good. I know Bastion was on PC already. I think 362, but we PS3 never got Bastion, so we're getting it for the PS4. And then Shovel Knight is the last game to come in that little Spring Fever thing they got going. So we're getting games. They might not be like AAA huge games, but they're really good games that we've been getting.
Doesn't matter if a game is AAA. If it's a good game, it's a good game. That's all people
Thank you.
care about.
Thank you.
I'm tired
Yeah,
of
I
hearing
mean,
this.
I'm
Oh, it
not
doesn't
saying
count.
that
It's
I'm
an
not saying. I'm
indie.
just
Like
saying good game
seriously,
in
just shut
general.
up. Like just stop it with the whole AAA bullshit.
that beat them.
Hotline Miami 2.
That beat them
Hotline
fanboys,
Miami
yo.
shit. That game is fucking hard.
It's
It's just as hard as
ridiculous.
Bloodborne, and it's
Like-
not even like it doesn't even look like Bloodborne.
I could say like I really enjoy playing Dota, right? And then they'll tell me, oh, it's a free to play game, even though it's like one of the biggest competitive game scenes right now. So
It's
It's just
exactly what
silly.
people said about Fable Legends. They said, it's free to play. So suddenly everyone was like, "Oh, this is gonna be shit." And it's like, why? You're getting it for free. Why is that? Why does that necessarily mean it's gonna be a bad game? That game, Gigantic, which is free to play, I believe. That game looks amazing. You know.
I can't wait to that fun. Oh my god. That's my sleeper game. Like that's my sleeper game. Like that's all I can really say about Gigantic is like I've enjoyed playing that. Like a lot of people, depending on what you're into, you will enjoy that game because it's like the first. I ain't gonna say this is the first time it's been done, but they took like so many type of gaming styles and genres and elements and put them into one and made it work and made it balanced, and that's crazy. So but if you guys haven't looked it out, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it or anything like that, you can go to. Actually, I got a write up on it on the officialwegamehere.com. I have a write up on there, and then I also have an interview with the developer, David Reed. He talks a little bit more about the game if you look it up. But yeah, and that's coming this fall, and that's also gonna be like one of the games that's coming with cross-platform play between Xbox One and Windows 10.
Weird.
Yeah, so speaking of that, believe it or not, like you know how everybody was talking as if like everybody wanted like cross-platform play. There's gonna be like several games like this year with that feature, and they're like under the radar. I don't understand
Well, I mean,
that. But
I'm playing some cross-platform games already. Like I play War Thunder, and like when you're in War Thunder, you get a little asterisk on the PlayStation 4 players, and I'm really just like, I know this sounds like really silly, but it seems for some reason the PS4 players are just really bad at that game. I don't know. Don't
it's
know.
probably a
I
game
only
that's
know
not
one
commonly
person.
Well, I
played.
think it's
I
just
know
the
Courtney
controller
plays
is
the
like
hell
the
out of that game.
problem. They bad.
I know my boy Courtney. He loves that game, War Thunder. I don't know how like good he
I
is at it,
just
but I
look
know
for
he
the
plays
people
it.
with the asterisk because they're just such easy kills. I'm sorry.
I think it might be to do with on PC. There's probably more players that play that. So you know what I mean. If you've got
Well,
a
I mean,
handful of
like,
people
I have a
on
mouse and
PlayStation playing it,
keyboard, and I think that's what's really giving me the advantage.
I don't know. I just think it might be to do with how many people on PC versus the amount of people on PlayStation playing it. So
There's quite a few actually. Like I'd say 33% of the players I play against in War Thunder are playing on a PS4.
Yeah.
I doubt that.
Because I know I downloaded that game and I played it and I just thought, oh, it's not my kind of game, and I never played it again. So I'm just thinking.
Oh, I
that there
love
might
it.
be
It's a
quite
really good game. Like,
No, I'm not saying it's not a good game. Because it's
like
like
it's
it's like
really
War
well
of Tanks
done.
as well. It's just
Like
one
it's
of those
really
things
well
where
optimized. I really like how all the models look really good, and the damage models are very realistic. Like,
But I just think that there'll be more people playing it on PC. So the people that are playing it on the PS3, sorry, the PS4, they're more likely to not be that great, or or it would just seem like that.
I'm
Just
just
numbers
kind
thing.
of talking shit, to be honest.
My
But
fault.
there's some interesting other things going on in the PC. The next GPU lineup for NVIDIA is they're announcing that they're going to use HBM2. Because I know like this year AMD is coming out with a new line of GPUs that are going to use HBM1, and HBM1 has like I think it's like 3 or 4 times the bandwidth of GDDR5. So that's a new thing that's really interesting to me. But HBM2 has twice the bandwidth of HBM1, and we'll see that next year. I'm really curious to see how fast graphics cards are going to be next year. Really going to be interesting.
That shit just went way over my head.
It's okay. Imagine if here kids move.
No. I don't want
Imagine a
explanation.
graphics card. Imagine having like 2 gigabytes of ES RAM. Okay. There you go.
Great.
Pass.
All right.
Super.
E-Rock, what?
What's going on?
All right, no. What we got? What we got next? I'm trying to.
We were supposed
you
to talk. We were supposed. You were talking about the updates to Xbox One this month, and talking about you were going to talk about the Fast and the Furious, and you were going to talk about Killer Instinct, I believe. But
Rest in peace, Paul Walker. Let's all have a moment of silence right now.
Oh yeah, Fast
Oh,
and
man.
Furious is coming out next week or the week after?
The movie,
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think it's the first week of April, but
Yeah.
the expansion for Forza Horizon 2 was pretty dope though.
Yeah.
It was short and
Yeah.
easy points to get, but it was like, it was a joyful playthrough. It was really fun. So if you have an Xbox One, I don't even think you need Forza Horizon to get it.
Nope.
You just download it and play it. It's worth the time. You'll have fun with it. You'll get an easy 1,000 gamer score. But it's cool because they have Ludacris in there. He's like the instead of having that dude, what's the dude that's in the original game?
Talking about Vin Diesel? Oh, you talking about the original game? My bad.
There's a lot of original characters.
Yeah, no, you get Ludacris as your like voiceover in the game and whatnot, and then you get the race for pink slips, which is cool, and then you get access to all the cars in the movie, and the accuracy on how they develop those cars, they look like exactly
You
what
get
they
to
are in the
fight
movie.
Vince in the parking lot after he tells you to go to Fat Burger and get a double cheese with fries for $2.95.
No.
Basically, what Kid Smooth
That
is
would be
saying
fun.
is, if you got an Xbox One and I think the 362, what they did was they just
I'll be right
they slipped a free game on you without you even knowing. That's what they did. That Fast and the Furious expansion is pretty good, and it's standalone, which means you don't need to own Forza Horizon 2. You just download the free standalone between now and April 10th, and it's yours to keep. And it came out of nowhere. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and guess what? No one said, "Oh, what an amazing thing that they've done." They just said, "Oh, okay, yeah, Xbox are shit again." Like
Never
But
do they get any credit, dude. Never.
It is dope. Like I don't know. It's crazy. There's a lot of people that hasn't played Forza Horizon 2, which is probably, like I said, it's one of my favorite games. Of like that came out in 2014. It just has a lot of content. Like the game doesn't need the expansions that it has. It didn't need the one that they dropped the Storm Island, and it didn't need the Fast and Furious. It's just the game itself is full of freaking content. Like, and I don't know anybody who has that thing 100% completed, like the game itself, the original game, because it's you can always go back to it. But Forza Horizon 2 is definitely one of the best racing games I've played. It always feels good to go back to it.
But what they did do was they know that there's a lot of people that watch this film, so then they said to themselves, "Okay, then we want people to experience Forza Horizon, which they may not have gone out and bought the game because it might not have been their thing. So this is a really clever way of introducing people to the Forza world whilst sort of playing on people's movie sort of the like for the movie and stuff like that. Because I never bought Forza Horizon because I'm not really if I'm gonna buy if I'm gonna buy a racing game, I'll always buy things like Need for Speed because that's just what I do. But I downloaded this game because it was free. I mean, you know what I mean? It was, who doesn't like free stuff? So I downloaded it now, and then I was playing it, and I was like, oh, wow, the graphics are pretty good.
Yeah, man.
I like the way they were using Ludacris to announce the sort of the objectives and stuff like that. And I actually thought to myself, oh, maybe Forza Horizon was a good game to have picked up. And it puts that in the back of your mind, and whether I go and pick it up or not is a different thing. I mean, I'm very conscious about what I buy because I'm a developer, so I don't have time to play everything. So I don't just throw money at the game. So do you know what I mean? So I probably won't pick it up, but it was nice that I got to play Forza Horizon 4. In this little mini game, or this little standalone game, and it's the same as that Infamous game, that second, the one that's got a woman in it. Yeah, I downloaded it. I haven't played it, but at least I know I can experience Infamous in some capacity.
I think First Light is better than the actual game, though. I
want to say something about like the Forza thing. like I've been playing Forza since Forza 2, and I've bought in every title up until Forza 5 came out. And like one thing I can tell you, like, is being like in depth with the Forza community, like a lot of people really like making cars from the Fast and the Furious, and like, you know, what people really like, what I always want, like, I was like, just put the damn car in the game, and that's what they did with this. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, like, I would like to play it or something sometime, maybe later in the year.
Yeah, so that means Sad is gonna get an Xbox One pretty
Yeah,
soon.
I'm probably gonna get one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
If you get one, I will game share with you.
You will?
Well,
No, I won't.
well, I don't know about all that Forza stuff, but I'm gonna need Midnight Club to get.
I'll
that
probably
shit
just
together.
get an Xbox
Yeah.
just for Forza.
I need Midnight Club to get
I
that
need
shit
to play
together.
it.
That's
Oh
really
yeah,
the
Midnight
only,
Club. Oh
That's
yeah.
only the racing game that I care about, to be very honest with you. I love Midnight Club.
You know, I'm
Midnight
really
Club.
mad with what they did to Midnight Club. I don't know if you played the third game.
Was that
Oh,
Dub
like-
Edition?
Oh my god, that game was so
Dub
good. And
Edition-
there's so
yo,
many good cars, and you can do
Dub
so much with those
Edition
cars.
Dub Edition is in my top 5 games of all time. I fucking love that game. I was tearing everybody. I was killing everybody in that game.
I probably put in more than 500 hours in Dub Edition.
That's
And then,
why
like,
kept-
I really
yo,
enjoyed the
I-
plethora of cars. And then when I
kept
went
my
from that,
PS2 around for that game.
Who made that game?
I held on.
were you just as upset as I was when you went over from 3 Dub Edition Remix to Midnight Club
Midnight
LA?
Club LA? It was
Yeah.
some old bull. That joint was
There was nothing in
ass.
it. There was nothing in that game. There was hardly any cars. I
Who
couldn't
developed it?
I couldn't make Lowrider. It was the same
Rockstar.
developer. It was the same exact developer.
It's the exact same developer.
Yeah,
I don't know
the
who
game was
developed
just
that
like
series.
gutted. The game was completely gutted, and it made me really mad.
There was no customization.
Well, there
There
was,
was
but it wasn't as good.
No, I'm saying it was, but it wasn't as good as Midnight
You
Club.
couldn't make
3.
a dank-ass Lowrider like you could in the last game.
And that's just like with Need for Speed. Like Need for Speed Underground 1 and Underground 2 were phenomenal.
They
And
were.
After that,
Yeah.
after that, I was like,
I just bought
Well,
Need for
Most
Speed
Wanted
Undercover
was
for
pretty
$1.
good too. The
That
ones
game's terrible.
that came out in 2005 before they remade it, but Most Wanted was pretty good too. It wasn't on the level as Underground because I think Underground introduced like what they did with Underground. It was crazy because even my teachers in high school were playing that and talking to us about it. But Most
Dude,
Wanted
everybody
was
played
pretty good
Underground
too.
Most Wanted was probably the best game in the series, and then they remade Most Wanted, and what they did, they took Burnout Paradise, and then they just reskinned it. And that game sucked. Bad on you, EA.
So, but otherwise, I mean, as far as things, I mean, it's been pretty much dry. You know, Bloodbourne's out. I still got to try that. They're putting out the remake of or complete edition HD remake of State of Decay in April. Mortal Kombat's coming in what, 2 weeks?
yes, sir. I done pre-ordered that
Yeah.
bad boy.
Why'd you do
all I
that?
needed to see. All I needed to see.
Why'd
was
you
Liu
do that?
Kang. That's all I needed to see.
Julissa, did you know? You know I'm hosting a contest on the We Game Here website, right, for the best console background. Whoever has the best console background wins a copy of MK10.
Oh.
No, I didn't know
Submission.
that. But like,
Yeah.
dead serious though. Like, Mortal Kombat 10. I'm going to have a series on my channel and all that. Like,
Mortal
Quick question.
all I needed to see was Liu Kang, and that's all I needed to see.
Quick
I
question.
pray they net code ain't jacked.
Yes, sir. What is your question?
My quick question is to Jalisa. Why did you pre-order the game?
Why did I pre-order it? Because it's easier for me to pay the game off little by little than to actually spend the whole 60 at one time.
Okay.
It's just easier for me.
Oh, okay.
The hype, and then I
Since
buy
I
it.
be having, it's not even hype because I could have been pre-ordered it, but I needed to see Liu Kang in the game because that's one of my favorite characters.
Because to me, pre-ordering is just pointless, and I think it's something that needs to die off.
I mean, it depends on. I mean, for me, it's easier for me to pay off games when I have time to pay them off instead of coming in that day and just putting down 60. Like, I had my PS4 paid off in like 4 months, but that was because I pre-ordered it and then I paid on it. You know what I'm saying? Little by little till I got it paid off.
My problem, Jay, my problem with this new Mortal Kombat, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, man. I go back to the beginnings of Mortal Kombat, man. Back when they was on in the arcade and the Genesis on the SNES. But man, my thing is this new Mortal Kombat, right away, boom. Pre-order Mortal Kombat. You can get Goro, and soon it's gonna be these extra character packs, and get the Jason pack. And like, look, fool, I done paid $60 for this game. Now you telling me I gotta pay more for these character packs? I mean, they did the same thing with the Injustice Gods Among Us, and that was awesome. But it's like, yo, man, what happened with just paying $60 for a game and you was done with it?
What happened to paying $50 for a game? Why is it 60
I
now?
mean, shoot,
I just think
you better be
pre-ordering is
glad
bad.
it's just 60. As high as games used to cost.
How much I spend on my average game? I'll buy a game when it's like $3.
Yeah, but see, you used to PC, man.
Yeah,
Over
exactly.
on console,
I love
it's
it.
not gonna be
Stuff,
like
man.
that ever.
I love it.
What do we call it? We bought Grand Theft Auto. I suppose I pre-ordered it or whatever because I had it on the 360, and they were giving away that money, the million in-game credit or whatever, and one of our friends bought it like 10 minutes after it came out, and he didn't get the credit because he bought it after it came out instead of pre-ordering it and stuff like that. And I just feel like this whole pre-order separation that when they say, okay, you're gonna get this and you're gonna get that if you pre-order it and stuff like that, this encourages people to put down money for things that they don't even know what they're gonna get, especially things like season passes as well. Pay $30 or pounds or whatever for 4 expansion packs that you have no clue what's in them. And it's just kind of, I don't get it.
Like certain season passes are worth it, and certain ones aren't. Like Watch Dogs season pass, I was like, I'm not buying that. But like to me, the perfect season passes were Battlefield 3 and Borderlands 2. Like Borderlands 2 had so much great DLC. That game lasted almost a good 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but did you know what you was getting when you bought these season pass?
Yeah, I knew what I was getting for the first 2 DLCs, but then they kept bringing other DLCs within the season pass we knew nothing about. But from the first couple, I was like, I'm satisfied. Like,
they could have just given you a dancing dog and been like, yeah, that's what you're getting.
Yeah,
you know what? If someone gave me, hey, before you go talking shit on the dancing dog, I'll have you know, if someone gives me a dancing dog, I'd be happy as shit.
At least that'd be something.
It's just like the Rise DLC. There was a season pass for it, and I didn't buy it because I was waiting for them to say new storyline or something like that, and they just kept giving out these random skins and stupidness like that, and it was just like, what kind of season pass is this? All those people that bought it thinking that they were gonna get a new map, a new storyline or something like that, they were just let down. Because, do you know what I mean? All it says is Rise DLC, Season Pass, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't tell you what's in it. And this whole surprise, you're paying money to be surprised. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, with Mortal Kombat, I didn't get the whole separate DLC thing because, to be honest, I really don't care about the characters. And then probably 9 times out of 10, you can unlock them anyway. But it should be like that from the beginning. It should be already in the game, and you should have to just unlock them.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when they used to be like, oh, you have to beat a certain boss in a certain way to unlock a certain character.
Yes.
None of this bloody pay money to get
on Mortal Kombat, that was like the welcome thing to do. Like, yo, I gotta beat this ladder before I get such and such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Wow, and to get a new color, it was like up, down, left, right. None of this fucking, I'm gonna pay money $10 to get a golden skin on a character that I'll never see because it's a first-person shooter.
You know what's funny? People will spend, I don't know if you play Counter-Strike Go, but people will spend like over $100 for a gun skin. I'm not joking. But go in the marketplace right now, you'll find like an Op Asimov going for like $150.
Counter-Strike was such a great game, and
still is a great game. What do you mean?
The core gameplay is,
like,
but just like so many other games, they just add all this trash around it.
Huh?
They decided it's like Team Fortress. They started allowing you to buy hats or something stupid like
Well,
that.
I mean, you don't
It's
have
like,
to buy
why?
it to play the game. You don't need that to be, to play competitively. Like, I don't see
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
deal
No,
there. You can
I
download free
understand that.
skins
Nothing.
too.
Yeah, I understand that. You don't have to buy it and stuff like that.
My
But
my big problem with Counter-Strike is probably the community.
that's
I
what
would
this
say
kind
the
of stuff
community is the big
encourages, though.
problem. Like, no, like you'll go into like a competitive match and you'll have a guy who's aim hacking, or you'll have a guy who's drop hacking you, and it gets really annoying. Like especially like when you get up in the higher ranks, you have to deal with it a lot, and it really just
Man,
saps the
when I
gameplay.
used to do clan matches back in the day, they used to be really good. It was like, it was all about the match. It wasn't none of this. Okay, I'm a celebrity, so I need to do X, Y, Z, or bloody I've got a character that's got this skin, and none of that came into it. It was literally you had your people. Because I used to do a lot of what was it SOCOM
Well, I mean,
online.
you dictate what you do in the game. It has nothing like skins are just
It's
part of
it's the
something. It's
mentality
not
it
something you need.
encourages.
Huh?
Because obviously, back in the day when you couldn't do all of these things, gaming was pure. It was all about, the core
I
mechanics of the
disagree
game.
with that.
Well, you can
It's not
disagree,
like
but
here, listen, like it's not like, when you're playing FIFA Ultimate Team and, you're playing against some asshole that has like Messi, Ronaldo and all these, great players on his team. Like they're just skins. They're not gonna like change the gameplay. Yeah, they'll give you a little bit of confidence, but
I'm
at
not
the end
saying
of
that
the
I'm not
day,
saying
they
it
do not
changes the
make you a better
gameplay.
player.
It doesn't change the gameplay, but what it does do, it changes the mentality of the person that's going to be playing the game.
Well, that's based on the person playing the game, like so
Yeah,
it's not a big deal.
you
I
know,
mean,
I,
yeah,
I'm,
you're gonna get a bunch of people coming in a game saying, I'm trading keys for this, blah blah blah.
it's the
Yeah,
same as
whatever. It's
I
not
don't
a
know
big deal,
I don't know
man.
if you had a 360 or not, but when I used to play
I had a 360 for 5 years,
when
so
I used to play Call of Duty online and Gears of War and stuff like that, I used to use a mic, and
uh-huh.
everyone had a mic, and it was the greatest
Yeah.
online experience
Everybody has
ever.
a mic on Counter-Strike. You have to
Yes,
communicate in that
you
game.
look, man,
You have to communicate.
all
That's
you're
the whole
doing,
point of Counter-Strike.
you're talking, but you're not listening.
I'm
Listen to what I'm
listening to
saying.
you. Don't
That's
worry.
not.
You said you had a mic and you used to talk to
It's
people. It's
normal.
great.
Yeah, listen to what
I'm
I'm saying,
listening to
though.
you.
Listen to what I'm saying. When I used to play back in the day on Gears of War, Call of Duty, the original ones and stuff like that, everyone had a mic, everyone had a fun time. It was beautiful. Now everyone has a mic in a box with the Xbox One, the PS4, and all you get is either people in silence or you get people telling you that they raped your mum and stuff like that. The mentality has
It's part
changed,
of the
and
experience, man.
what kind of experience is that?
I don't know.
The mentality has just changed in online
Yo,
games.
dude,
But
I
I mean, you
fucked
gotta
your
realize
mom
too,
last
most
night.
people are in party chats.
Yeah. I mean, like in Counter-Strike, everyone's talking to each other. So I mean,
Yeah, I
like,
just realized that. Yeah, I don't talk to the people that I'm playing the game with. I'm usually just talking to people that's in my party.
Yeah,
You're
you're
right.
in
Oh
party.
yeah.
Most of the time you're in party chat, and most of the time, like with me, if I'm playing a game that's team oriented,
yeah, you just stay in game
I'll
chat.
take my
Yeah, but
thing off party chat
when we
and
used
put
to
it
do
on game.
party chat, we would switch back because we know, okay, now it's game time. Let's get focused and coordinate this stuff properly. But now it's just, oh, I'm in the game. I'm like, hello, hello. We're
It
playing
really just
Evolve.
depends with
It's
who
a
you play with,
team-based
man.
game,
Like,
and I can't speak to the team. It's ridiculous.
that's just because, well, you're probably playing the wrong game for one, and like two, I mean, it's really just indicative with the people you play. Every game's different.
So I'm
Like
playing the wrong
when I
game, but
play
I play.
Counter-Strike,
My
I could
people
be
don't
playing with
like
a
to
bunch
talk
of
to
chill dudes that
randoms.
really want to
I
coordinate,
ain't gonna
or
even
the
front.
next game, I'm playing with people that are just like making fun of me and just laughing at my anime picture, like whatever. you know, it's you never know what you're gonna get.
This
That's
is
how it is.
this is why the whole idea behind Titanfall when it dropped bothered me that Titanfall was going to be multiplayer only, but Titanfall was so damn good that it grew on me. But my main thing is like about online is like I'm like, damn, I don't want to play with these assholes. They're on here saying all kinds of profanity and telling me they're gonna do. I don't
Yo,
need. I
bro,
just want.
drink
I,
bleach. I
I,
fucked your
I,
mom last night.
yeah. I just
Shit
want.
like that.
I just want to play my game, man. That's it. That's all I want to do. So hopefully Titanfall 2 will have a story mode that I can just enjoy, by myself and enjoy the game without some guy camping out somewhere behind some bushes, sniping me every 5 minutes, and then talking shit. Like I don't need that. I turn my Xbox voice off so I don't have to hear that shit. you know.
Ewok, did you ever have online on your PS2?
No, man.
Okay. Well, I had online on my PS2. I had Sokum we used to play, and basically it was so expensive to set that up to get your PS2 online.
That was
and
the
to get
beginning.
and to get the equipment to do it and stuff like that.
The
That-
beginning was Counter-Strike 1.6, and don't you ever forget it.
Yeah, but basically my point is, the people that had online, they were people that they really wanted to do it because it was so expensive to do it.
Mhm.
So you didn't get people that just came on just to bullshit you and tell you weird stories about their lives and stuff like that.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to get at, is that has changed because you've got people that can just come on, and because the barrier for entry is so low. You just buy this machine and everything's hooked up because everything's on the internet now. Everyone's now a super keyboard warrior or super controller warrior, talking behind this anonymous wall, and they can be as rude as anything, and no one cares. And it just needs to change. I don't care if it's PC.
No, I'm just
console,
gonna
anything.
ask you like some questions. Why do you want it to change, and like what do you want to change, and how do you want to see it be changed?
Why do I want it to change? Because people need to stop this whole internet bullying nonsense. Like,
How do you get bullied on the internet?
I'm not. When I say internet bullying, I don't mean physically someone's.
No, I'm asking you, like, how? Yeah, I know it's not physical. I mean, sometimes a death threat can, get dangerous and something actually happens to you.
I mean,
not
one
really
time I was
common.
playing a game. It happened. I know a lot of people know this about Uno. My wife's white or whatever, yeah, and they saw a white woman on the camera. They were started going crazy. And then I walked into the room and they were like, "Oh, why are you with this monkey guy?" Well, because I'm black and stuff like that, And I'm the kind of guy that if you saw me in real life, you would never say anything to me because I'm quite big. You understand what I'm saying? And the fact that people,
but on the internet, these guys got more courage than a motherfucker.
Exactly.
I see what he's saying.
You know what you gotta do, dude? If they see you with your girl, you're doing it all wrong. You know what you do? You grab her, and then you start groping her on cam, and then you start picking them off. That's what you need to do, man. You're just going about it wrong.
Why would I do that?
Because it pisses them off. It stimulates their autism.
Yeah, but pissing them off. But why would I be playing towards these people? Well,
I don't know. They're giving you
why
shit.
would I grip my girl on the camera?
But I mean, sad.
My wife.
Sad. Listen, what Jay is saying. What Jay is saying. The few times that I played online, I've seen what he's talking about. Like a few times I played Call of Duty online, and let me finish. I'm okay at Call of Duty, but like if you're failing in your team when you get killed too early, you'll hear some dude from Sandusky talking shit like, "Oh man, that guy Iraq 815 is garbage. He's a fraud, man." And I'm like, dude, I work for a living. I don't have time to play fucking games.
Dude, you don't have any life. You don't have a life since the guy that's playing the game all day, right? Yeah, whatever.
Well, so he's like, I'm just saying, like, dude, I don't have like time to like, be camping out and building my skills like 24 hours a day. So it's like, it's just for me, nobody else, just for me. I understand what Jay is saying. The online culture has changed. It's dark. It's violent now.
Well, it's
toxic.
Well, I mean, it's just you have more people and you're just running into it more often. I don't think like, nothing really needs to change. I think if anything,
yes, it does need to change.
My problem is people hacking and people, getting account information and stuff like that. That's a problem, and it's
so hacking's bad for you, but people being racist,
talk, man.
people being
people
racist
do.
and prejudiced and stuff like this on the internet is not a problem.
People call me weird shit all the time. It doesn't bother me.
So if someone's being racist on the internet and then they keep on doing it, they keep on doing it.
I talk shit back to them already.
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. If they keep on doing that, so suddenly build this confidence that, do you know what? I'm this racist motherfucker. Maybe I should go do it in person, in real life. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you're dealing with a racist person, you get your wife, and you start sending them pictures, and then you piss them off, and then you make them real sad because they can't get them.
That sounds like a big waste of time.
Your own time, man. But I don't send pictures of my wife.
I don't know. Like what is it? My friend does streaming for Counter-Strike, and I'm on a lot of his streams all the time, and people shit talk me all the time. And I have fun with it. I'm like, you want to talk shit? All right, fine, let's go. It's not a,
Man, you're looking at this the wrong way. Like
I don't.
when you just ignore things like this, it escalates into something bigger. Do you know what I mean?
It's not a real problem. That's what I'm trying to tell
It is
you.
a problem. It's these little signs in people that people ignore. That then these people go off to do bigger
A guy
stuff.
that calls you
then,
the N-word online isn't gonna go out and do something, okay? Like I really hope you don't think like this is what people really think.
I've seen.
It's harder to piss people off online than it is in person, and like the thing is, like people just want to say dumb shit. People are always gonna say dumb shit. There's nothing you're gonna do to change that. And if you want to have like a whole draconian setup of rules and laws, that sounds idiotic to me.
So it's okay.
Well, no, just.
Or you could just disable chat and not talk to anyone and just play with your friends. That's what I do. That's what I do 90% of the time. I'm in my TeamSpeak server or my vent server, and I'm just chilling with my friends.
Yeah, because basically, as long as Xbox Live is accessible, there's always going to be idiots out there that's on there seeing all kinds of dumb stuff.
As long as there's a little 15-year-old out there trying to be a little edgelord, he's going to call you the N-word and talk shit about your mama.
Let's just put this to an end. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to get with the cyber.
Well, I mean, I think that's the general consensus, but people are people.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a good discussion. Wow.
That got really heated at the end. Like, whoa, what a finale.
Yeah, but speaking of finale, E-Rock, man, how much hours you got left into you? I'm trying to get back on this Rise Son of Rome.
Oh man, I can hang for a few. That's no problem.
All right, so when we hang up, just make sure you join the party. I'll invite you to. Okay. But all right, anybody else got anything else to say? Anybody want to give any shout outs, any concerns, questions?
Yo, I want to say a quick shout out to my man Blackbond. That crane whooped your ass.
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
Okay. And Jay, did you have anything you want to say? I know you were able to join late, but thank you for joining, man.
That's cool. That's cool.
We gotta have you here as a regular.
Yeah, man, just got to get with the time difference.
Yeah.
Time difference. Oh, dude, there was a guy who was in my TeamSpeak server saying how dudes on the West Coast have more time in their day and that everybody wakes up at the same time.
I don't know about that. I'm in UK, so.
Yeah. Wait, are you the guy that I think you are?
Probably is.
Is he the Gear Gauntlet developer? You sound
yes.
like him. Oh, nice. Nice to meet you.
After he talked over you all evening, like, oh, nice to meet you.
All right, what about you, Crunk Girl?
Give a shout out to shittack.com and everybody over there. Shout out to all my peoples over there. We game here and Gaming Battlegrounds and Gameaholics, and yeah, check out my YouTube channel, Crunk Girl 711.
By the way, these are all groups that I'm banned out of. And I am persona I am persona non grata of Facebook gaming groups. I just want to put it out there.
Wow.
It must be a reason why you out there. I'm an admin. And I don't
they just can't handle me. They can't handle me.
We got a heaping helping wide tonight.
That's funny. And so E-Rock, you got anything you want to say before we close this out?
No, man. Just it's always great to be here on the podcast, and I want to give a shout out to all the administrators over at Extreme Xbox Gamers on Facebook and on YouTube. You guys are great. Thanks for sponsoring me, and check those guys out at Extreme Xbox Gamers.
And I just want to say, if you guys haven't been just looking out or seeing the links I've been tweeting, please check out the official WeGameHere.com. I'm hosting an amazing contest to try to win you a free copy of Mortal Kombat X, which is probably the easiest way to win. You don't have to pay anything. You just sign up and upload your best background and enter a chance to win. I'll announce a winner on April 9th. But also check the official WeGameHere.com for my video game reviews. I have my video reviews and written reviews posted there. I also have some gaming blogs and articles posted there as well. And just want to give a shout out to the whole We Game Here family, and thank you guys for watching the Let's Talk Games podcast. And as I always say, it looks like congrats to the PlayStation Nation for getting a critically acclaimed game. But I'm just gonna say Xbox One has no competition this fall. As I always say, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night or good morning. In Jay's case, if you're on the other side of the globe, we're out.